come on, let's check the microphones, man. Enough of this small talk, man. Let's get busy. Go ahead, man.
Yes.
Correct.
1, 2.
Okay.
And 2.
Okay. All right, so so this is 95.9 FM on your on your FM dial, and we're also available at ghcr.nyc and at 959.ghcr.nyc. So if you want to see the show later on in the archives, and you don't want to go to YouTube, just go to 959.ghcr.nyc, and you'll see all the Rick shows that he does every week. And we have some guy in here, fooling around with his little stuff. I don't know who. I don't even know who let him in here, man. Who is that dude? But I don't know. I think he came with the performer. Performer coming in. He comes in with their own camera. We get a lot of that, Rick. Guys come in, they have their own crew, Jack. The minister guy came in, he had his own crew. Remember that? I remember the minister guy came in here. He came in, he had his own little guy, was doing this thing. A tall guy like you, man. But anyway, this is the What's in Your Hand, Rick Young show, and he's got a special guest, and so here you go, Rick. And now, those of you who want to catch us, we're live on YouTube at just go to Live at Grant, type in Live at Grant, and you'll see Rick's guest. I ain't going to say his name, but Rick will do it later. Go ahead, Rick.
All right. Today's a very special day. Today's the African American Day Parade. I think that's what it's called, or the Harlem Day Parade. Something like that. We'll call it the African American Day Parade. So the day's the big day. I actually had to walk to the studio. I usually take the bus. Had to walk today, but it wasn't a bad walk. It wasn't bad to walk at all. So here we are, another segment of What's in Your Hand. What's in Your Hand is a motivational radio program. I'm the motivational radio host, and What's in Your Hand is about empowerment, upliftment, success, positivity, achieving your dreams, achieving your goals, and having fun. And so a friend of mine have a person that he's representing now. He wanted to have him be on as a guest. And I have a lot of respect for the person that invited me. So I'm like, but he's working with R&B singer. I'm like, oh, man, R&B singer, oh, man. I interviewed a guy by the name of Ryan Leslie a while ago, and I was like, this R&B thing. They do a different kind of interview, not the kind of interviews I like to do. I like to interview authors, entrepreneurs. But I said, being that it's Cliff, we'll make it happen. So today we have here in the studio, on his machine in the pocket device, as Mr. Fraser calls it,
MITP.
MITP.
And machine in the pocket.
He's working his machine in the pocket.
And if you're a woman, you got a machine.
I gotta work the machine in the pocket because they need to see this. If we're going live on YouTube.
Oh, it's live right now.
They see it. And I got it right here. Look, I got the screenshot that's going online so they can see it. Yeah. This is B1 Harlem.
Right.
So yeah, so they got to subscribe.
So you're doing it already. I just want to say one thing. It's also the machine in your pocketbook if you're a girl.
Oh yeah. You know, that's for the shorties.
Well, Adam, a lot of people say that they can sing, and they have all type of machines and stuff like that. When people, I guess anybody can sing now because they got the machines. They can make anybody sound like they can sing.
That's right.
But is there a difference between singing and singing? That dude can sing.
Yeah, there's definitely a difference between singing and singing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this for a long time. And first time I sang in public, I was 6 years old. I did it in church, and they liked it. I wasn't really sure whether or not I was a good singer, but I knew that I used to hear my sister sing. She's 2 years older than me, so when she was 5, she started singing in church. You know what I'm saying? And we don't understand the hand signals, man. We gotta get better with the. Yeah,
I was just telling him to look at the camera because people want to see him. He got a nice face.
Hi.
Got a nice face.
It's me.
Rick can still hear you if you're looking in the camera.
Adam the next. I hope y'all watching. So she was 5, right? And I was 3 at the time, and I used to tell her. I remember I used to tell her that that's not the way the song was sang on the record. And I was a 3-year-old boy, but I noticed that she wasn't doing it the way it was in the record, And I used to sing it on the exact key that it was in the record. I used to always know the exact key. So when I actually did have to sing at 6 years old in front of the church, and I sang, "He never failed me yet, he never failed me yet, oh Jesus Christ, never failed me yet," and they loved it.
Now, wait a second. Do you have like some kind of voice machine on you, or is that all natural?
Nah.
I mean, we just said the machine in the pocket.
Yeah.
You have a voice machine in the pocket.
No, my cell phone got the built-in auto-tune, right? Hey man, shout out to all y'all auto-tune singers.
So was
I
that
feel
really
bad for you.
Was that really you? Oh yeah, auto-tunes, huh? So that was really you.
Of course.
Now I still can't get over. What is a 3-year-old little boy gonna tell somebody about some singing?
I know.
3, come on, man.
Well, listen, I get it.
On.
I get it from my father. When my dad was 4, he started playing the guitar, and my dad, he's played with some really big time musicians. He shared the stage with Tito Puente. God rest his soul, and he even played in a band one night for Celia Cruz. He was playing the bass. So he was always on stage with these big, musicians and singers because he was part of a Latin jazz band. But this is the story of my dad when he was 4. See, my grandfather was also a guitar player. My grandfather was a reverend, and one of the brothers from the church wanted to learn how to play guitar. So he brings him in, and he's showing him, the ropes. And he's not getting it, though. My grandfather gets frustrated, and he, puts the guitar down. He says, forget it. You ain't got it. And my dad picked up the guitar, 4 years old now. And whatever it was that he showed him to do that he couldn't do, my dad did it. My dad did it in one, if it was a movie, that's one take, right? But it was just one try. It was like he had it recorded in his mind. Like he just did it. He was 4.
Wow.
I'm trying to get this out to all of y'all who are asking about how you can hear it if you can't hear it on the radio. So, like they said before, it's on YouTube and it's live. I just took a screenshot. I'm putting that up on Instagram, so you're following me. Just go there. We in here.
Man, we living in a whole new world now, man.
Yeah, this is great because we need to make sure everybody really, you're getting
the world of
to hear all of this.
YouTube and internet and the other thing that you just said. I'm not allowed to say because they don't support other.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah,
we love you.
So basically, the music was in your family.
Yes,
in a sense.
Music. Yes. My sister just had a child. Okay, 3 months. She's 3 months now. Her name is Becky, and we had a party for her yesterday. Mm-hmm. Okay. And my family from New Jersey, because most of my family is in Jersey, they came to the Bronx, where we live, to see her, to meet and greet. They bought gifts and all that stuff. And my sister said something that just, it made me realize my whole family's musical. She said, "The baby's already liking music, so you guys already know." And everybody laughed. And I said, "That is true." I said, "Aunt Marilyn sings. Aunt Priscilla plays the guitar. She sings. Uncle Reuben plays the guitar. Uncle Sammy plays the drums and the congas. It's everybody. Aunt Esther, she sings. My grandma, she sings. Everybody." And I was like, wow, man, it's that serious. It's the whole family. You know what I'm saying? Now, they look up to me because they see my talent as being a little unique to theirs. You know what I'm saying? But I have the utmost respect for all of them because they all came before me. And so I owe everything that I have and that I've learned from them.
Now, would this be the Osmonds, the Silvers, 5 Stairsteps, or the Jacksons?
Oh, this is the Jacksons, definitely. You know what I'm saying? We only got singers. We got music. We got a whole band.
Because, the Osmonds, they wasn't bad. One bad apple can't spoil the whole bunch, girl. Oh, I don't care what they say.
But nah, you know what I'm saying? The Jacksons, they had the moves. You know what I'm saying? And, we like to move.
Well, the Jacksons had their cartoon. But wait a minute, the Osmonds had a cartoon, too.
Everybody had a cartoon.
Yeah.
Like, shows about singing groups and all that stuff, that was very prominent. I mean, remember, hey, we're the Monkeys.
Was that a family?
No, were the Monkeys a family? No. But it was a singing group and they had a show.
Right.
You know?
Right.
They were a group made just for TV.
Yeah.
And they were ahead.
But they were ahead. They were ahead, and they did their own concerts and all that stuff. But at least they were actually singing because when I was a child, I used to watch Saved by the Bell. And they had this thing called the Zack Attack. And Zach Morris and all them people, they couldn't sing for nothing. It was all a lie. And there was actually a band, and they had that band on TV one day sing the songs that supposedly Zach Morris and A.C. Slater and Kelly Kapowski were singing. And it was like, oh, man, this is Milli Vanilli. Girl, you know it's.
Now, wait a minute. Milli Vanilli, they really could sing, though, right? They could really sing.
So I think we talking about Duran Duran? Or was it Milli Vanilli?
It was Milli Vanilli. They could sing. They wouldn't let them sing.
They couldn't sing. He can sing. This
so let's talk about
that guy right here can sing. He just now was shot some bars out there. He can sing. We just heard it. Right. He can sing. I mean, my point is a lot of people who are singers, they walk around and they just start singing for no reason.
Well, you know what?
And he's doing that.
Okay, wait a second.
Yeah, I sing for no reason.
I'm
That's
saying,
true.
when you're a singer, it just comes out of you.
Okay.
It just comes out.
It just comes out. So that means, you know what that means, right? That means it's time for the video. Like, now's the time.
Woo! It's time for the video. So listen, we're working on a collection of EPs right now. And we have this one song called Treasure that we're pushing right now. This is our first single off of the EP. And we want you guys to listen to it.
And I'm still mad at you, too.
What happened? I'm sorry. I apologize.
Day
ahead
Parade,
of time.
man. I mean, like, that's crazy.
That's true. When you're a singer,
it just comes out. Yeah.
It comes out. That means, you know what that means, right? It's time for the video. Now's the time.
Woo! It's time.
Once we have a hope and glory, we'll live in light of His grace. I'm not in love. By faith we will.
We are out of this world, we're Homo sapien aliens, and we're just waiting on our mates like Australians, too in love to turn around, none of those who might switch. No, we're not. We don't fit in. We're poking out like polka dots on some stripes. Don't get me started about his stripes. How he was stripped for our strife and ripped for his wife. And I know it sounds gory, but in the light of his glory, it's such a beautiful, beautiful love story. Let's get back to these aliens quick. Stop trying to get us to pick from your idols. Just quit. I hope and glory. That's it. Stop trying to get us to do what you do. We can't. If you knew what we knew, you'd probably be aliens too. It's true that our eyes are really different, so our optic track is not on the scene opinion, but invisible fact.
I'm gonna get the bag, she gon' get the bag. We gon' make this paper. Baby, you're a treasure. Baby, you're a treasure. Baby, you're a treasure. I'm gonna get the bag, she gon' get the bag. We gon' make this paper.
Okay, since the engineer messed up his song, we're going to play it again straight with no chaser.
Yeah. gotta say that the feeling that you're giving me today makes me wanna stay. Cause you're such a baddie, and you got a fatty way you looking at me, way you always at me when you posting on the IG. Girl, we looking fly, we got our own lives, but we always make the time. See, I don't want the pressure, you don't want the pressure, we just want the pleasure. Baby, you're a treasure, baby, you're a treasure, baby, you're a treasure, baby, baby, you're a treasure. I'm gonna get the bag, she gon' get the bag. We gon' make this paper. Baby, you're a treasure, baby, you're a treasure, baby, baby, you're a treasure. I'm gonna get the bag, she gon' get the bag. We gon' make this paper. And I ain't playing, baby, you the fucking best. Nothing like your sex, nothing like my sex, yes. I'm the next, so forget about the rest. I'm focused on the bread, baby, put me to the test. And I ain't gonna die for you, lady. I just think I really wanna try with you, lady. Take my time, cause I don't want the pressure. You don't want the pressure, we just want the pleasure. Baby, you're a treasure, baby, you're a treasure, baby, you're a treasure, baby, baby, you're a treasure. I'm gonna get the bag, she gon' get the bag. We gon' make this paper. Baby, you're a treasure, baby, you're a treasure, baby, baby, you're a treasure. I'm gonna get the bag, she gon' get the bag. We gon' make this paper.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2.
Yes.
Let me just say, before we get into the music part, I want to get into the other part. I'm still mad that you didn't tell me that you have so much fun at that Dominican Day parade. So much. I'm looking at the video. I'm like, oh
Yeah,
my God,
I know,
these
man.
guys are
I
having
know.
a ball.
Yeah.
And the women are just
Oh man, yeah, that's all right, man.
And the women are having a wonderful
Yeah.
time. They're
Yeah,
enjoying themselves, and they just cutting loose and just,
Yeah.
oh man,
Did
I'm
you see?
mad.
Did you
because-
see the group of 5 girls with the white pants?
Oh man, listen, man.
Oh, man.
Why you have not told me,
I'm sorry,
Rick? You got to come to this Dominican Day parade.
I'll take you to Dunkin' Donuts when we done.
And it's so ironic that today is the African American Day parade today.
That's right, and we're out here.
Now, are you going to hit the stage today? Are you going to be on that stage today?
Yes. We hit all the
Let me
stages.
just say,
We hit all the
before
stages.
we get
so
into
we're
the
gonna
music
go.
part, I want to get
We're
into
gonna
the
go
other
see
part. I'm still mad.
what's going on over there. You know what I'm saying? Hot 97's out there. Shout out Hot 97.
We good?
Shout out Hot 97. We're gonna go over there
let
and
me-
see what's up.
Let me just. I just want to. Before we get to the song again, there's something else I want to say.
What's up?
I had a conversation with myself one time. I do that from time to time. I need to do it more often. I need to have a conversation with myself. So somebody had sent me an email that they was showing them. I said I consider myself to be in the motivational field, right? So then I saw that they had a movie that was coming out, a motivational movie that they were premiering and having a part everything in Las Vegas. So I had to say, Rick, are you serious? You know, anybody that's serious about motivation probably would be to this event. So I said, wow. I started making arrangements and started planning, and I went to that event. I went to that, and I met some amazing people. I get there. I'm in the lobby. Who's the first person I see? Les Brown in the lobby. I was like, yo. He said, hey, what's up, man? Come on. Took me upstairs, took me to the room where all the people that was involved with the film was at. So it was like a wonderful experience. So I'm going to bring that back to you. I had to say to myself, Rick, are you serious about this motivation thing? You say you're in motivation. They having a motivational movie
Mm-hmm.
premiere. Not only that you be in the movie, but you at least should be to the premiere.
Mm-hmm.
Today, African American Day Parade.
Mm-hmm.
You should be on one of them stages today. What's going on?
No, like I said, we're gonna go over there as
I'm
soon as
having
we're
a
done here.
conversation with
Yeah.
you, brother, because
Yeah,
I
we're
heard the
gonna go.
video and you can sing.
Mm-hmm.
You can sing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No.
How you gonna get on one of them stages today? How we gonna make that happen?
We're gonna go over there. We're gonna talk to the people and make sure we get on the stage. They need to know that we're serious about this. You know what I'm saying? I'll even sing for them if they want me to sing. I ain't got a problem with that. I sing everywhere. I sing in the bathroom.
Yeah. No, the video was excellent. So Treasure, I like the title, Treasure. Treasure is, I mean, who wouldn't like Treasure?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it was a great song.
Yeah, I
Great
appreciate
video.
it.
Again, still mad. When is the next?
Great parade.
When is the next Dominican Day Parade? Because I think I need to be there, man.
The Dominican Day Parade is once a year, and this was my first time going as well. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I didn't know it was like this. Otherwise, I'd have been like, "Yo, Rick." But no, this was my first one as well, and but it's every August.
I don't speak a word of Spanish, but I'm gonna be in there.
That's all right. That's all right. No, you learn because
Yeah.
I actually started practicing Spanish when I was
Woo! Go
when I
ahead,
was maybe
girl.
like 20, 21, I think I really started practicing. And I was really bad at it until, eventually I went to Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
And I did some work out in Costa Rica. I had a studio out there.
Yeah.
I was producing a lot of people in Costa Rica. And, they do a lot of cumbia, they do a lot of reggae. And, out there, most of the people speak Spanish. Like, even, when you go to Limon, which is the coast, they speak Patois, but they also speak Spanish. And
I know how to say bonita señorita. I know
there
how to
you
say
go.
that.
Yeah, as long as you can say that, you good. You
say
you
that.
go anywhere where they speak Spanish. Just she cute and you bonita. You know what? And you know what they really like? They love American men. You know why? Because our Spanish be so jacked up and they think it's cute.
How about if we got an American man that got a little jump shot? Is he good?
He's great. He's great. Yeah,
He's
you know what I'm
great?
saying? Yeah, he got the jump shot even more. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
Adam, I just want to know when you come back, you think those 5 ladies you're talking about, you think you could bring them to the studio?
Oh,
Special request. Special request. I'm just saying.
I don't know, man.
We got, special,
like
we got
you-
special chairs in here for them. No problem.
you can bring the deer to the water, but he got to drink on his own. You know what I'm saying? So
Just trying to ask.
I bring him to the door. You know, you
Okay.
got to shoot your shot.
Okay, thank you. We don't mind shooting. we ain't gonna die if we miss.
That's right. That's right.
wow. So, what's the blueprint for Adam the next? What's the blueprint as far as because this business?
Okay,
music
yeah.
business is kind of fickle.
It is.
I mean, I
So-
don't know about the music business, but from what I see,
Right. So of course I have CLM2 Clifford L. Marshall the second. He's my manager, right? He's the strange man holding the camera that you guys were talking about earlier. Yeah, he's actually my manager. But y'all knew that. Y'all just wanted to bother him. And then I have a counselor. I have a counselor. His name is Hamlet. They call him H-Rod. And, these are the two guys that basically handle most of the business stuff. But the plan that's being executed, and they're doing most of the footwork, obviously. But we sit down and we talk about what the plan will be. So my plan is this. I said earlier that we're doing a collection of EPs, right? So this first EP is going to be all my traditional style music, which is just like mainstream R&B, right? So it's a little popish, but it's basically it's like R&B with a twist of hip hop, right? Treasure sounds trappy, but I have other styles in there that are even more two-step, okay, in that EP. We want to go with that because that's the kind of music I've always been doing. Then we're going to do another record that is dance pop, and that introduces a style that I've developed over time that's a lot more commercial, that I'm really good at, and not too many people have heard it yet. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to do a third EP at the beginning of next year, and it's going to be all Spanish now that I can speak Spanish. And that's going to be very Caribbean. It's going to be a lot of reggae. a lot of reggae feels, Afro beats, and then we're gonna see of the three what our audience is responding to the most, and then we're gonna focus on that until we get to where we want to be, and when we get there, then we're gonna go to what we really want to do, which is if I feel like doing a song about the blue painted on this wall, I'm going to do it because I already have my fans and they support anything I do, and this is what I feel inside. I feel like singing about that paint on the blue wall. It's just an example. I wouldn't do that, you know what I'm saying? But that's what we're doing.
So I want to thank you. You did come to WHCR Studios.
Yes, I did.
Up at What's in Your Hands show at WHCR. Early morning show. I really appreciated that. But there's a question I want to go back to.
Okay.
And this question keeps pulling on me.
Okay, I think I know what it is.
Yeah, you know what it is.
I think I know what it
I
is.
think you know what it is. So we have some amazing singers out there.
Yes.
Amazing singers, right? But then there's the other ones. There's the MJs. There's the Princes. That's on a whole nother level. Like I said, Prince had a vote full of music. I mean, that's like insane. Like, how do you have a vote full of music? And then, you know, MJ, that's just on a whole nother level. And is Luther in that upper echelon category? That's that dude.
Luther has his respect.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody respects Luther. You know, and I wish I could, you know, one day say that, you know, I'm as revered as someone like Luther Vandross, you know, but Luther's not on Michael's level.
Wow.
Yeah, Luther's not a Michael. When we're talking about Michaels, we're talking about Elvis. Okay, Elvis, the Beatles, Michael Jackson. Bob Marley, Prince, and the one who could have been the successor to that was Justin Bieber, but he fell off. But he was next.
Justin who?
Justin Bieber.
I don't even know who that is.
Don't play. Justin Bieber was next.
What?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Justin was next.
Why do you say that?
Because when Justin Bieber was a 13-year-old boy, he was the biggest thing on the planet. But he fell off. He fell off because the fame drove him nuts. He started getting girlfriends and doing a bunch of stuff he shouldn't have been doing, and he fell off. He became I'm not going to say nothing bad about Justin, but, you know.
Saying money did it?
He was too young.
So now, because like I have a quote that I usually say. I've been saying lately for the last few weeks, and my man Doug don't seem to. When I hear say the quote, he just kind of poo-poos the quote. But the quote is, so what does this mean to you? Stand guard at the door of your mind. When you hear that quote, what do you hear? Stand guard at the door of your mind.
It means that you have to be careful what you let in. But those are words of wisdom. Most people, they won't listen to that, especially at that age. You know, you can't put, you know, that type of responsibility into the hands of a 13-year-old and expect him to get it. He didn't have the right guidance.
And his parents probably didn't even have it.
They just saw him succeeding, and they probably were just like, yes, boy.
I think they gave him a lot of money. On top of his talent that you're talking about, he also had copious amounts of money for even a white kid.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying.
They gave him, man.
Yeah, he didn't know what to do with all of that.
Who would at that age?
I'm a boxer. What does copious mean?
Lots of it.
Okay.
Lots.
But I want to talk about that vault.
Oh man.
Because to me, of all the greats, I have a special place in my heart for Prince. Okay? Although I feel like I relate more to Michael in the way that he handles rehearsals and the music work. Okay? But Prince was ready to die for the music, you know what I'm saying? You have a vault full of music. That means that you eat, drink, and sleep music.
And you're prolific too.
Yeah. And that's why I have a special place in my heart for Prince, because, you know, I'm the kind of person that if I'm in a house and you tell me that I can't sing, I'm going to leave the house and I'll sing on the street if I have to, because I just have to sing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like that grandma. She wake up in the morning and she's singing while she washing the dishes and, you know, sweeping the floor. I'm like that. You know, it's in the soul.
Yeah. Well, let me just tell you, when I first started seeing Prince, I was like, I didn't take the guy serious. I thought the guy was, I'm gonna say, I thought he was a joke.
Right.
He had those pants with the butt cheeks sticking out. I mean, come on, man. Like, I was like, this dude ain't serious.
Mm-hmm.
And then that movie came out.
Yeah.
And that was it. Bam. Purple Rain.
Yeah.
It was like, boom. But, I mean, I think a lot of people were in my category. They did not, I mean, some people loved him in the beginning. They said, oh, this guy. But not, I wasn't one of those ones. I was
Right.
like, I kind of grew on to it.
Yeah. Because what happens is that, you know, people judge people by their appearance and by things that they don't understand. And so we have to be open-minded and understand that everybody's different. And Prince was just very different, you know. Michael was different too. But Prince, I think, was even more different. And we were used to Michael because, you know, Michael was singing ever since he was a little boy. So if Michael became a little different as he got older, well, he became very different. You know, he was so different he turned white. But we were used to Michael, you know. Prince kind of came out of nowhere. And so you had to accept it for what it was. And we knew nothing about him, you know. And, you know, I think that when you put, you know, all judgments aside and you look at an artist for what he or she can do, now is when you can critique that artist and say, is this artist great? You know, is this artist even good? And so looking at Prince's talent and Prince's passion, to me, Prince is one of those guys that I say, I wish I could be like that.
Too bad they never worked together on a project. That would have been interesting to see if they could collaborate.
Yeah, it would have been nice, you know. They were similar but very different, you know. And now they're both gone. So we have spaces that need to be filled. A lot of people are they're looking
hungry
for that next.
Hungry.
You know?
Hungry.
But like I said, Adam is the next up. So we're going to fill that.
Now,
We're going to give people something that has been missing from the music industry in a long time. You know, more creativity, more music's not real anymore. You know? I want to be real. I want to be on stage and be myself.
I was very impressed with that "We Are the World" song because I was impressed with that because all the great artists came together.
It was great.
And I was told that they said, "Look, leave your ego at the door. Coming in here to take care of this business," and they got it done. And I love that song.
Yeah,
"We
it's
Are
a
the
great
World."
song.
Yeah,
It's a great
and
song.
all of those great ones, Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, man, Bruce was something
Stevie's.
else. Stevie's
Is Stevie on that level, that Prince, Michael level? Stevie Wonder?
to me, Stevie is different. To me, Stevie's a different category.
What do you mean?
Like Stevie's just Stevie.
He got his own category?
Yeah, like just don't touch Stevie. Nobody sing like Stevie. You know what I'm saying? Stevie's Michael's granddaddy. Michael the biggest, but Stevie, he the OG gangster. You know what I'm saying? He the guy everybody learned from. You know what I'm saying? Him and James. And these guys is the OG gangsters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
James was big. Michael was bigger, but Michael had to give thanks to James Brown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? James Brown wasn't as big as Elvis, but Michael was. You see what I'm saying? But James Brown, he's the one who made Michael, because Michael watched everything that James Brown did. You know what I'm saying? And everybody who sing now today, like they in church, they all learned that from Stevie. Stevie has these runs when he sings. They just so soulful. And it's in scales. In the 80s, not too many singers sang like that. Today, everybody does it because it's a learned technique. But when Stevie was doing it, hardly nobody in the mainstream was doing it. Ray Charles sound like he in church too. But Ray Charles don't got Stevie's runs. And Ray Charles don't got Stevie's range. You know what I'm saying? Stevie was just a whole different animal. Stevie is, because he's still alive. You know what I'm saying?
I want to back up a second here. Do you know that a chair, and there's no one sitting in that chair, it's still a chair? Did you know that?
Did you know that if a tree falls and you're not there, it still made noise?
No, the reason why I said that because I seen this concert. This never happened to me before.
Okay.
I watched a concert of Luther performing that song. I had to play it the whole day. It stayed in my head. That never happened before. I love a lot of great artists, OJs and all that. The whole day, that song was... And he had this thing he would do where he would go past the mic with like an echo.
Remember that? Yeah.
That blew me away. He went past the mic.
I know what you're talking about.
And the echo, echoed. And I couldn't, the whole day.
But these are people who really know how to sing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is stuff they learn to do over time. That has nothing to do with performance. These are things that singers like Michael couldn't do.
Huh? Say that again?
Michael don't sing like Luther.
No.
That's what I'm saying. But Michael, he was bigger than Luther. But he ain't sang like Luther. This industry isn't built upon singers. It's built upon the total package. So if you're a great performer,
now Michael can sing.
Michael don't sing like Luther though.
Okay. Beyonce can sing.
Beyonce sing better than Luther.
Huh?
She sure does.
And she looks better too.
She definitely does.
Wait a minute, wait. How is Beyonce gonna sing better than Luther Vandross, man?
Beyonce today sings better than. Yeah, I would dare say that of the female singers, she's the best alive right now, and she's better than most of the male singers too.
You want to know? I'm gonna tell you something about Beyonce, and she kind of reminds me of. I know this is a little off track, but Reverend Knight, because like Reverend Knight studied these success principles, the principles of achieving success, and he applied them. Right, that's one thing.
Yeah.
So Beyonce, I know that she puts the work in.
She does.
That's what I know about her. Mm-hmm. She puts the work in.
So yeah, no.
Now,
but from a singer's perspective, Beyonce's crazy.
What do you mean?
She's crazy dope.
Oh, okay.
And so is Bruno Mars. He's crazy dope.
Now is Adam the next? Is he putting in the work like on the level of like a Beyonce? And
we're on the radio. We're on the radio like twice a week now. As a matter of fact, hell yeah, we putting in that work.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And when I sing on stage, man, I sing my heart out. I sing with so much heart. You don't need to give me a microphone. I could stand up right now in this room. I fill the whole room. I don't need a microphone. I ain't afraid. I'm like Bone Crusher. Remember Bone Crusher? I ain't never scared. You know what I'm saying? I'll sing in front of anybody, anywhere.
I interviewed.
You know what I'm saying?
You talking about
all we need is an opportunity.
The rapper Bone.
Soon as somebody say, yeah. A singer? Who? Me. I'm in there. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna stop. We working.
Wow, this is pretty good, man. I'm really impressed with where you're going. I want to keep track of your career. Keep me posted on what's going on.
Yeah, we most definitely will.
I think Doug appreciated your story and what's going on.
Shout out to Doug. Shout out to Doug.
That's the other thing is that is it important to have a story with
yes.
what you bring into the table?
Yes, absolutely.
With the music?
Absolutely. Because people fall in love with a persona, not necessarily the music. If you boring, they ain't gonna go see you. Especially nowadays, you have E, and E changed everything because now everybody
what's
E, the channel,
Okay.
and they have these reality shows. Now you get to know who these people really are. Before, all you had was radio, and then from that, all you had was radio and video.
Cardi B
right?
came off a reality show.
Cardi B came off of that. Mm-hmm. You know 6ix9ine, the one that got locked up and all of that? He got popular just because he was on Instagram ranting and raving. So if they like your personality, chances are you're going to... without even being that great in your music. Luckily, people like me and I'm great in my music. So I can do it all.
But here's the problem. Here's the problem what I see. You're out there, you're hot. After 2 weeks, you're old. The
That's
kids
true.
are talking about, oh, he's old. That's old. Like
That's
2
true.
weeks. I mean, like,
Right.
how do you deal with that?
You have to be, and we talked about this in the car the other day. Okay, when we were driving to a radio station a few days ago, and what we were talking about was that we were saying that people they insist upon being who they believe themselves to be, and not what the public wants them to be. And if you want to be an entertainer, sometimes you have to be who they want you to be.
Well, how was Madonna able to have longevity and transcend through different areas?
What happens is Madonna understands this. So listen. If you're the singer and they like your music, but they get bored of you, then you need to change your direction. You might have to change the genre. You might have to change your look. You might have to change your direction altogether and say, you know what? If they're not feeling my last album, maybe I should just make an appearance in a movie so that they don't forget me. You come out in a movie like Madonna,
Which
like
one?
Cher.
What movie did Madonna?
Madonna was Eva Peron.
What movie was that?
The movie about it's called Evita, right? Evita. It's called Evita.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was in the movie before that, right?
Madonna was in a lot of movies, and so was Cher. All these singers who people revere today, they became movie stars for a period of time, or at least once, and then made more music, and then twice, and then made more music, and then perhaps they opened up a brand, and then made more music, and then they did commercials, and then made more music. You see, I can't say, nah, I'm not going to be in a movie because I'm a singer and I don't like to act. What if they don't like my music no more? Do I want to make money? Of course I do. Do I want to stay relevant? Of course I do. So if they think that Adam is a good fit for the role of the bum on the street corner who's going to cross the highway to get to the radio interview, then that's what we're going to do. We're going to play that bum, and we're going to play it well, and everyone's going to laugh and have a great time and say, man, Adam the next, man. I wonder when he's going to make another record. You got to be flexible. You can't just decide if I'm not going to be singing anymore, then, I'll just work at McDonald's because I'm Adam the next, and I'm supposed to be the best singer. If they don't want my music, then I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? It's not like that. You got to be flexible. You got to be flexible. You got to shapeshift. You got to be like the Animorphs. I used to read a book called The Animorphs, and they would shapeshift into different animals. You got to be a different animal. And you got to shapeshift into whatever it is that you need to be so that you can stay relevant. You can't just say, my main focus is this, and if it doesn't work, then, oh, well, we got a plan B. No. The plan B is not an option. If
No.
you want the entertainment business, then you have to be an entertainer, and that is fully rounded.
Is it possible to be a singer and have a positive message? Is that possible to be successful?
Yeah, of course. Of course. You know, singers do it all the time.
Who's doing that
You know?
now that's got a positive message that's...
Let's see. I know a lot of Christian singers in that category. As for mainstream artists, I think that somebody who does that well is perhaps maybe John Legend, in a romantic sense. And then you have Common's not really making music anymore, but Common used to write a lot of conscious rap.
Yeah, he's making movies
He was
now.
very good at that, and he's making movies now. So you see, that goes back to what I just said. You know, if they think that you're old news, it doesn't mean that you're just going to go to McDonald's now. You know, you wanted this. You got to find a way to stay relevant. So Common, he's an actor now. You know, people like Common in movies. You know, but let me see. So you have...
Why is Rihanna always has success with most of the songs that she's come out with? She had a lot of success. Why is that? She sold a lot of music.
Well, I mean, with people like Rihanna, you know, it was hard for Rihanna to stick. You know, Rihanna didn't really until she did Umbrella. And that was the definitive Rihanna. That was the black hair Rihanna, the dark makeup Rihanna, the dark clothes Rihanna. Before that, she was just regular Caribbean Rihanna with light-colored hair and colorful makeup and colorful clothes. And that was Rihanna, the girl that people know from down the block. But what I like to call dark Rihanna, that's the Rihanna that stuck. So they made changes until she stuck. And to this day, dark Rihanna exists. And dark Rihanna is probably going to go down in history. Because at this point, she's beyond any other pop artist that exists. She's up there with Beyonce. And she's nowhere close to singing as well as Beyonce. But she's up there. Because again, it's not about how well you sing. It's about how far you've gotten in your career, how many fans you have, and how well the audience responds to you. Rihanna has that.
Wow. You know, and I'm noticing that you seem to know your history of what's going on with the music and what's going on out there. That's very important. I mean, why is that important that you have to know what's going on with other artists and the history of the music?
Well, I mean, there's something called the engineering cycle, okay? And the second step in the engineering cycle, after you identify the problem, right? That means there's a need for something. Something is missing. The second step is to explore and research. And this is how you're going to be able to build something that is going to cover that need. Okay? So, in music, we're engineers as well. So we want to build, we want to produce, we want to create music. But how can we create music that is going to be likable and last and stand the test of time without first knowing what the people around us and before us did? What was their strategy? We have to research and explore, or else, you know, we're just basically, you know, we're going to be writing songs and producing music with no guidance whatsoever. And you can't be out of touch with the audience. You can't be out of touch with your main demographic, because if you're out of touch, if what you're saying and the kind of music that you're producing is irrelevant to the people around you, and it's irrelevant to the type of music that is being played to the mainstream, then you're not going to get anywhere.
What about being aware of what's coming, what's next, to Adam the next?
Sometimes it's all a matter of you trying to set the next trend. You don't have to know what's coming. If you can make something that sounds like what everybody else is doing and give your own twist to it, if it sticks, other people might try to make it sound like yours. So that makes you the next.
You know what? I'm going to start paying a lot more attention to these little 3-year-old little boys when they start making comments. I'm going to start paying a lot more attention to these. Because, man, they might be the one.
That's right.
That little 3-year-old boy might wind up becoming, you never know, a basketball player, engineer.
That's right.
You
know, it's
singer,
funny. Funny
boxer.
story. One more when I was a little boy was that my dad, he used to play with John Benitez, who is a Latin jazz musician. He plays the bass, and he's amazing. Everybody loves him. He has Grammys and all of that. And I remember one time we were at the Chinese restaurant on 166th Street and College Avenue, and he was there with his son Francis. I was there with my dad, and they were trying to one-up each other. It was so funny. And he was saying, oh, you know, my son knows every single song from Mario 3. And he's like, sing the opening credits or whatever. And I'm singing the opening credits, and I'm singing it on perfect key. It's the actual key of the video game itself. And I know the whole thing, and I can go around and start it over in the exact time. And he's like, oh, Francis can do Mario 1. Go ahead, Francis. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And it was so funny. But musicians get very happy when they see that their kids are displaying signs. They can automatically see it. And what my dad did with me was he put me to sing in church immediately. So that was helpful.
Wow. And with that said, African American Day Parade. We're
The African American Day Parade, that's right.
Got to get ready for that.
Yes.
So I want to thank you for coming out today, Adam the next.
Anytime.
Very,
I greatly appreciate it. It's always a pleasure to be out here
That's
in Harlem with you, Rick. You know what I'm saying? We going to stay in touch. I owe you Dunkin' Donuts, you know, for not bringing you, you know, the dancing girls. And and we gonna try this again next August. See if I take you and Doug out to the Dominican Day Parade.
We got the donuts.
I thought he was sleeping, man. He heard that donuts.
We got the dough. I heard the girls. We got the donuts.
All right. Well, anyway, thank you, brother.
Greatly appreciate it.
Much success, man.
Thank you. Same
All
to
right.
you.
And then, wait, but one last thing.
Shoot.
This guy, Clifford L. Marshall.
Clifford
I
L. Marshall.
understand. He said that he's a basketball player. Can you back that up? He said he's got a jump shot and he can play the game of basketball.
Does he look like he plays basketball?
He got the look. You know, that tall, lean
He tall
look,
enough, right?
But looks and being on that court is a different thing.
Oh, I remember we were at a barbecue once in a park. I think it was by Malcolm X.
Okay.
And I was there with the guys from the committee that he was running at the time at Bronx Community College, and a lot of my friends who I haven't seen in years. We were there. We were eating burgers and ribs and all with barbecue sauce, and you know they were shooting up. He sat down most of the time. I'm not gonna say it's that he couldn't play. I guess I missed it because I showed up late. But you know, Clifford Marshall is a jack of all trades. You know, the only thing he doesn't do is walk on water. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't Jesus. But you know what it is.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got, you know, he said, you know, he going to show me one day. I don't know. I learned how to play on the monkey bars, man. These guys don't seem to respect the monkey bars. I don't understand why.
Monkey bars, they're, you know,
that's
really
how
serious
I
stuff.
started on the monkey bars. And from there, I went to, you ever heard of Stone Jim? Yeah. That ended up with some Stevie.
Okay.
For
Let's do that.
In my life.
Yeah, the one that I like to sing is, looking back on was a little nappy-headed boy. You gotta go like this. Then my only worry was for Christmas what would be my toy.
The boy.
Even though we sometimes could not give a thing, we were happy with the joy the day would bring. Sneaking out the back door to hang out with those hoodlum friends of mine. Created out the back door, although I thought I told you not to go outside. Trying your best to bring the water to your eyes, thinking that might stop us from whooping your behind. I wish those days could come back once more. I did those days. Though I have to go, 'cause I love them so.
All right.
Wow. He just changed his name to Adam the Singer. Forget about that next. Forget that next shit. Just call him Adam the fucking Singer. Get it. Shit is hot. Sorry for cursing, Rick.
All right. Thank you, Brother Adam.
Anytime,
Thank you,
man. It's always a
Engineer
pleasure.
Doug Fraser and Clifford L. Marshall, as we get ready for the African Day Parade.
That is right.
All right. Signing off.